Well, this is Friday, and my wife's surgery is Tuesday, and she's scared to death, and I'm scared nearly to death, and I can't stop thinking about it, so I got to do something. I'm coming out here to my shop, and I'm going to make a little wood gas stove. But first, let me tell you something I've discovered. A friend of mine has a YouTube channel, and he cuts the sleeves off all his work shirts. And, you know, this is summertime, and I got to thinking, you know, I might like that. So, here it is. I have J-No, my work shirt. It feels kind of free. It's almost as good as being naked, except you don't get all those funny looks from the other Walmart shoppers. Oh, and I want to tell you one other thing. A couple years ago, I was 360 pounds, and this shirt, back up a little bit. This shirt, I couldn't even button it up. I had to stop wearing it. Now I got about 6 inches of room in it. I'm down to, yeah, I know I'm still fat, but not compared to 360. I'm about 275 pounds right now. Trying not to show you my face. I wouldn't want to do that to you. There we go. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a wood gas stove. I'm going to do it in real time. And the first thing I'm going to do is tell you about the cans that I'm going to make it out of, and about the tools I'm going to use. And then I'm going to leave the camera run while I make it, the whole thing. And it might be kind of long because I haven't made one of these in a while. So I'm going to shut this off, get my tools ready, get the cans ready, clean my bench up a little bit. We'll be right back. All right, here's what you're going to need so far. Can't think of anything I'm forgetting, but if I do, I'll show you. Okay, magic marker, pair of pliers, a drill with a step down bit. If you don't have one of these, that's a handy son of a gun, man. You need to get one. One of them sewing tape measure things, and my wife had a bunch of them. She doesn't know I took this out here and cut what I didn't need off of it. Oh, Diet Mountain Dew. It's what's for breakfast. Okay, here we go. I'll leave the camera on. Oh yeah, let me tell you about the tins. This is just those, yeah, big lots, $2. And just cans I've gathered up here, yard sales. I think I give a quarter for that. And they got to fit roughly inside each other. You know, you want at least a 1/4 inch. Well, actually you would want a 1/2 inch, and that would leave a 1/4 inch on either side of this. So you want the inner can to be at least a 1/2 inch smaller than the outer can. Here we go. What I'm going to do is measure around the bottom of this can. Actually, the measurement itself is not so important. What I'm going to do is about every inch. Now this is about 5/8 of an inch wide, this little tape measure. So at the top of every inch mark, I'm going to put a little dot. And that will put my holes, hold on, let me put my glasses on. Well, I don't have them, they're in my pocket. Well, I can do this. That will put my holes centered about a 5/8 of an inch above the bottom of the can. Alright, now I'm going to take the inner can, and I'm going to trace around the bottom edge of the inner can on the top of the outer can. Oh yeah, I forgot one of the tools. Maybe I did mention, I don't know, that Dremel. You need a Dremel with a cutting disc on it. You can do it with a pair of snips, but it'll look really messy. Alright, now I got that measured, I got that marked. Now I need to do the same thing to the bottom edge of the inner cam. At some point I'm gonna have to put my glasses on. Here we go. I'm gonna drill all the way up as big as the bit is. I feel better already. Now, tinkering in my shop always puts my mind at ease. Alright, now you take the outer can, do the same thing. Feel free to skip forward if you don't want to sit through the whole thing. I just never done a video like this, so I figured I'd just let the camera run. Got the inner can and the outer can drilled. Now, I need to cut tabs on this about an inch below the top rim of this. So, well, I'm just going to eyeball this because where the lid fits on this, there's a little rib that goes around the whole outside of this here. So I'm just going to give it about a half inch down below that rib, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And it won't be, it turns out. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a green mark there. I'm just going to follow that green mark. That'll work. Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to fix to start my Dremel up here and go to whittling. make these tabs about a 1/2 inch wide. All right, every other one of these I'm going to bend down right at that mark, at that line. I didn't quite cut through that one. Hold on. Yeah, that was the only one. All right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it in camera, but I forget to look up every once in a while to make sure I'm in view. Wow, that worked out perfect. Well, no, it didn't. That's all right. Alrighty, now I cut the part that I marked off, I cut that out here.
Boy, did that get warm. All right. Take your can, take the top that you just cut out, slide it over. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to cut these a little shorter right here. No, maybe not. I'm gonna have to bend these down just a hair so I can get that top over. And then we'll bend them back up once we get the top in there. Here we go. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out. Oh yeah. Then you bend these tabs over the top, you hold this down, you hold the lid down really tight, you bend these tabs over. Take your outer can, slide this can in. You got you a wood gas stove. And what I'm going to do now is drive some little bitty screws all around here so you can set your pot on this. Give me 2 seconds. I will pick out some screws and drill my holes. Be right back. Let's see. How about some 3/4 inch number 8, and I'll get a hex head, a nut driver. I think that's 1/4 inch. Yes, it is. Yeah. All right, now I need a drill bit about a little bit less than number 8 size, whatever that is. I'd say it's about 1/8 of an inch. I believe that's it. That's an 1/8 of an inch drill bit, and I'm just going to go around the outer edge with, I don't know, maybe 6. That ought to work. Tell you what, I'll do them across from each other and see what I come up with. 2. There we go. 4, 5, so it'll be 7. 6. All right. Oh, come on. Big fat fingers. And you want to leave them about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch up. I'm going to turn this over and set it here, and just to see if all the screws are mostly, I mean, if I got one that's way off, this will show it. Yeah, I got one that could go in a little bit more. All right, there we have a wood gas stove. Let's zoom you in here. And tomorrow, I'm going to do a completely off-grid breakfast. I'm going to go out to my garden, pick a green pepper, pick a jalapeno, go out to the chicken house, get me a couple of eggs, and we'll cook us up a nice omelet in the morning. Right now, I'll put this up because you've been here long enough. You got things to do. Thanks for watching. I forgot something very important on this wood gas stove, and it's probably the most important part. And that is the holes that go around the top edge of this. And that is really important because what happens with the holes in the bottom of the can is the wood, when it's on fire, creates a gas, or actually two gases that are volatile. It creates several gases, but two of them are flammable. And it drafts down through the bottom holes and comes up in the gap between the inner and outer can, and it's supposed to come out these top holes, but I haven't drilled them. So rather than try to take this apart, I'm gonna see if I can kind of drill them at an angle, and yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna do about a ½ inch apart, or inch apart rather. I won't make you watch all this. I'm going to drill them all and I'll show you the inside of the can. Alright, there we go. That is the most important part, those holes there. And tomorrow, when I light this up, when it gets going, after it gets hot and it starts creating those gases, the flames, little pinholes of flames, will be coming out these holes. I'll show you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.